Okay. Hi, everyone. Welcome back to our yoga session. Today, we are going to dive in to another flow. Okay. So we're going to start here on all fours, our hands flat on our mat, our knees under our hips, our wrists under our shoulders, and our feet are flat. We're on the top of our feet with our toes not tucked, but right underneath our legs. Okay, so we're going to inhale up in cat and exhale in cow. Inhale back and exhale. Again, inhale. And exhale. Inhale. Exhale. All right, and now we're going to curve to our right, as if the top of our head, we're reaching the side of our hip right here, and through center into our left, and through center into our right, and to our left, and back to center, to our right, and to our left, and back to center. We're going to tuck our toes, press through our wrists, and push back into downward facing dog. Feeling a stretch in our legs, in our calf muscles. And back, we're gonna go into plank, slight plank, and back into downward dog. Take a deep breath in, and exhale. Another one, deep breath in, and exhale. One last time, deep breath in, and exhale. Walking our hands back to our feet, and rolling up with our head the last to come up. Into our mountain pose. We're going to roll our shoulders back and now forward. And again, back and forward. And we're going to place our feet together. I'm going to tuck in my pants so you can see my feet better. So our feet are placed together. We're standing firmly on the ground. Standing tall. Our chest opening up to the front. And from our hands beside us, we're going to breathe them in. And exhale and fall forward. Grasping our ankles with our hands. Holding on to our ankles. Our arms are bent. And slightly pulling on our ankles as if we want our forehead to touch our mat. We're going to roll up. Our head allows to come up. And breathe the arms to our side and up again. And exhale, holding forward. Halfway up and back down. Again, halfway up and back down. Breathing our arms to our side and flat back up. Meeting our hands meeting above us in prayer position. Relaxing our shoulders down, pressing down into the flat of our feet on the mat. Pressing our hips forward. And beginning to push forward with our hips. Opening our chest to where wall and ceiling meet. And taking our gaze upward. Next, bring back to the center. Releasing our hips from pushing forward. And releasing our arms down back to our side. And we're going to roll down. Walking our feet in front of us. Opening our feet as well. Walking our hands in front of us. Opening our feet about two fist widths apart. And pressing through in downward dog. We're going to walk our hands just a bit more out so we can go into our plank. We're going to pulse our knees down for 5 times. And 1, and 2, and 3, and 4. We're going to walk our hands about 2 hands back into downward dog. Shifting some of our weight to our hands in front of us and our left leg. We're going to lift our right leg up. We move forward so I have more space. We're going to lift our right leg up into 3-legged dog. And back down, tucking our knee to our chest, then bringing our foot in between our right and left hands, and up into warrior. And in this position, we want to make sure that our hips are squared forward. So there's a tendency to open our hips to our side, in which we have our leg back. And resisting that tendency, we want to make sure that we are rotating our hips forward and deepening our stretch. And you can have your hands right here on your hips or up above. I have my hands on my hips so I can show you it's squared. And you're going to breathe our hands upward. Lengthen them if they're already there. Lowering our shoulders and flat back over. Creating this angle. Pressing down in our right foot to maintain our balance. And now all the way down, placing our hands on the sides of our foot. And we're going to shift our weight from our foot to our hands. So as we shift our weight from our right foot to our hands, We are tucking our knee back into our shoulder, bringing our leg up into downward facing dog, and taking a slight bend in our right knee, lengthening our leg and back down beside our left leg. Now for the other side, shifting our weight to our front hands and our right leg, extending our leg upward in downward facing dog, three-legged dog, and lowering our leg, tucking our knee into our chest, and bringing our foot in between our right and left leg. We're going to bring our upper body up, making sure that our hips are squared. We may have a tendency to turn out, keeping it turned in. Deepening our stretch. Breathing and taking our arms upward. And folding forward just a slight bit into our angle in this high lunge. And then placing our hands beside our left foot onto the mat. And again, we're shifting our weight. So we're shifting our weight from our left foot to our hands. As we shift this weight, tucking our left knee into our chest, bringing it upward, back into dog. I'm slipping and taking a bend at the knee. And now tucking our knee back into our chest. Ooh. We're actually going to place it back down. Our foot back down beside our right foot. Making sure that our tailbone is high in the sky. We're going to bend our knees just a bit and jump to the front to meet our hands. Breathing in, lengthening our bodies, and out. Breathing our arms down. And from here, we're going to take our right foot back. Placing our heel down, and making sure that our heels are in the same line and our right toes are a bit tucked in. Again, trying to resist just the turning in, but turning out our hips. Breathing our hands to prayer position, upward above our heads, and down with our hands making a horizon, our palms facing our mat. Take a deep breath in and exhale. Breathing our arms up, back into prayer position above our head, down to our chest. Turning forward to the front of our mat. Making sure that our hips are now squared. And pushing forward for our right foot to meet our left. Okay. So for the left side, bringing our left leg up and back behind us, bringing our left heel down, and slightly turning our left toes inward, deepening our bend on our right knee, and resisting the urge to turn inwards, but allowing our bend to rotate our hips outward. So our hands are in prayer position. We're facing the left of our mat. Take a deep breath in and out. Breathing our arms upward in prayer position above our heads. Lowering our shoulders and opening our arms to make a horizon, our palms facing our mats. Remembering to breathe. Take a deep breath in and exhale. Breathing our arms back into prayer position above our heads. Lowering our prayer hands in front of our chest. Now turning onto our left toes, back into the front of the mat, facing in front of the mat. Squaring our hips and bringing our left foot to meet our right. Stepping back a bit. Our right and our left feet stand firmly on the ground together. We're going to release our hands beside us. We're going to sit in our chair position, taking an inhale and exhale, bending our knees, lengthening our arms in front of us until we are in a seated chair position. Or we're standing, but as if we were sitting in our chair. And your gaze should be where floor and wall meet. Take a deep breath in and exhale. One more deep breath in and exhale. Strengthening our bodies, lowering our hands. And again, standing tall in our mountain. Our feet firmly on the ground. If you feel like you're just checking in with our pelvic area, we want to make sure that this is in alignment. So if you feel that your body is a bit poking out too much, just tuck it under. You may feel a dip right here at the base of your spine, at the base of your tailbone, where your tailbone is. I'm not referring to like the natural curve in your spine. I'm referring to making sure that your hips are underneath your shoulders. And just checking our alignment. Okay, so another seated chair. standing chair. We're gonna take a deep breath in and out, bending our knees, making sure our knees, our feet are together, sitting in this chair, taking our gaze to where floor and wall meet. Remembering to breathe. Take a deep breath in. And exhale, straightening our bodies and lowering our hands to our side. From here, we're going to lengthen through our arms upward, releasing our shoulders from our ear and folding forward in our standing fold. We're going to begin to walk our hands forward, making sure that our wrists are underneath our shoulders, and then walking our feet a little back, taking us into a plank. Our toes tucked. And we're going to do 5 dips with our knees, and 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And from here, we're going to lower our chest, our hips, our chin to the floor, releasing our toes. And with our hands next to our chest, we're going to push through the palms of our hands, making sure that our elbows are closer to our bodies than out. We're gonna push up into Cobra, making sure that our hips are still on the ground and back down. Again, pushing through our hands, making sure our hips are on the ground, taking our gaze upwards and back down. Beautiful. And from here, instead of pushing up into Cobra, we're going to push back with our tailbone through our wrists into Child's Pose. Pressing down into our mat. I'm going to come back to all fours. And taking our right knee upwards. We're gonna place our knee in between our legs and lengthen our left leg behind us. So for you to see, I'm just bending to show you. My right knee is bended forward in front of me, and your left knee should be extended behind you. Mine is just bent to show you the lack of space for the space in which I'm in. And so, yeah, this is our pigeon. Our right knee in front of us, bended. Using our hands to balance us. Then we're going to fold forward. Again, using our hands, bringing it forward, clasping them to provide support. We're going to sit back up, upward, place our hands beside us, tuck our left foot, bringing our right foot back into plank, and now bringing our left leg, our left knee in between our hands. With our right foot lengthened behind us. Feeling our stretch through our extended leg, as well as in our bended neck. Now we're gonna fall forward, fold forward, taking our hands in front of us. You can either have them clasped underneath your forehead, or if you want to deeply stretch, lengthened in front of your body. And walking back up. We're going to press into our hips, shifting our weight into our extended leg and the shin of our bent leg, tucking our right toes and pushing our left leg back. And we're going to go down in chaturanga, up into cobra, releasing our toes, back down, back into cobra, releasing our toes, releasing back into the ground. Now tucking our toes, pushing through our wrists into downward facing dog. And walking our hands back to our feet. Holding on to our elbows. Holding onto our elbows, draping our bodies in this forward fold, feeling our weight press into our toes, releasing our hands and rolling up. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Whew. Bring our feet together. Breathing our arms up. And exhale. Again, inhale. And exhale. We're going to open our feet, hip widths apart. Again, take a deep breath in. And exhale your arms down. Bringing your arms forward, palms facing down, rising into your toes. And balancing. And slowly coming back down to the heel of your feet. And now bending into a chair with our arms outward in front of us. Take a deep breath in. Exhale. Lengthening our legs, releasing our arms down. Taking a seated position. With our feet touching. We're just going to flutter our hips. Holding on to our ankles. We're going to make sure that we are sitting up straight, lengthening our spine, stopping our fluttering, pulling up with our hands, through our fingertips, releasing our shoulders and falling forward. And tucking our head. Breathing into our hips. Take a deep breath in. And exhale. Walking our hands back to our legs. Pushing our legs in front of us. With our hands beside our butts. Going to lengthen our arms. Feeling the push upwards. Maybe your body is slightly lifted. And releasing back down. Again, pressing our hands in to our mats, releasing our bodies back down. Again, pressing our bodies up. And releasing back down. And that comes to the conclusion of our flow for today session. Thank you so much for showing up for yourself, for being present, for being open, for being expansive. You are awesome. Thank you so much. And have an awesome rest of your day, your week, your month, your year. Until we meet again, namaste.